Now for Her Kind by Anne Sexton. I think that the page that I linked for you guys, poets.org, up at the top you'll see more, and then you'll see a speaker symbol. If you click that, I believe you can hear Sexton herself recite this poem. So we don't often take authors' words for their works, and I prefer not to hear them read their own poems, at least not for a while, because they interpret it differently than how a lot of critics interpret it, because the author knows, and only the author knows, what is going through their mind at the time when they write the poem. And so they're more affected by outside things when they write than a critic is. Now, a critic, you could argue, is affected by their own experiences, but for the most part, as students of English, we don't accept what authors say about themselves or about their work. That's called the intentional fallacy. They're often wrong, sometimes deliberately so, about their work to kind of blur people's understanding of it. So we try not to think of them and what they have to say. And as I told you earlier, reading or reciting poetry is an act of interpretation. So I'll read the poem, and you can read or listen to other people read it, and you can listen to Sexton if you like. But I would wait and listen to her maybe last. I have gone out, a possessed witch haunting the black air, braver at night. Dreaming evil, I have done my hitch over the plain houses, light by light. Lonely thing, 12-fingered, out of mind. A woman like that is not a woman quite. I have been her kind. I have found the warm caves in the woods, filled them with skillets, carvings, shelves, closets, silks, innumerable goods, fixed the suppers for the worms and the elves, whining, rearranging the disaligned. A woman like that is misunderstood. I have been her kind. I have ridden in your cart, driver, waved my nude arms at villages going by, learning the last bright route survivor where your flames still bite my thigh, and my ribs crack where your wheels wind. A woman like that is not ashamed to die. I have been her kind. So, now you will interpret these poems as they relate to privilege or oppression or both. Think about the women that Sexton is talking about. Interpret what kind of women are these? Who is this? Is this one woman? She says she's been her kind. So is this just one woman and the different aspects a woman goes through, or different roles a woman plays, or more broadly, a different roles that all humans play? Um, there's hints of violence in here, especially with the last stanza. There's hints of dissatisfaction, of feeling like an outcast. So think of those things. And as you know, there is no wrong as long as you can defend your point with evidence and examples taken from the text. You're not wrong in your interpretation. Theme for English B is a little bit more straightforward, and as you know for that, your instructions are to go home and write a page tonight and let that page come out of you. Then it will be true. So that's it for your instructions on that one. You just write. You can do something poetic, something in the vein of Hughes, or you can do something else. You can write however much or about whatever you want, but it needs to come out of you, and it needs to be about a page. We'll say double spaced, so like 2 paragraphs. Unless you're doing a poem, then obviously it'll look different because of stanzas and lines. So let me know if you have any questions. I know it's a little bit more unorthodox to do something like this response, this discussion post, but have fun with it.